Hey everybody, how's it going? I am at Morgan Monroe State Forest, a park I've activated several times, but I'm here because I want to try again to get 10 contacts on CW in a park. So last time I tried, I couldn't figure out. I thought it was I was just getting continuous tone on both sides of my iambic paddle, and I thought maybe the aux cable that I was using wasn't wired correctly. Come to find out, as you discover things once you've actually left the park, I was using my QMX, which I'd never used on CW before, and the keyer speed was set to 0. So, of course, at least it wasn't the cable, and I can just use the cable that I already had. So that's been fixed. I set it to 20 words per minute, which is what I use at home at my QTH when I do CW. So hopefully it'll work out today. If the band conditions are good, I can get 10 contacts. I worked overtime earlier in the week, so I was actually able to take off early today from work and drive up here to this park. So I have a couple hours until band practice this evening to try to activate in CW. If I can get that, which would be awesome, then I do have a single sideband set up with me, which I will switch over to try to activate on single sideband. And if things are just going really well, I'll try FT8, see if I can get triple modes. That'd be cool. If not today, that adventure is coming soon. I had the idea for triple mode in a triple park with 3 bands, so triple band. So that would be the trifecta, if you will. I think it'd be cool. So I'm gonna get everything set up and get on the air. For those of you saying, but the QMX is a single sideband setup, you're correct. With the latest firmware update, QMX now does single sideband. I don't have a mic for it yet though, so I'm sticking with the G90 for now. I do have 2 of them on order, one for backup, one for my main case. And those are shipping out tomorrow, I believe, so I should have them by next week. And then the QMX will be pretty much the only radio I carry around because everything fits in one little case. So I'll do a full gear review about that kind of stuff once I get everything in place and figure out exactly how it's gonna work. But for today, I think I'm gonna go ahead and set up, get on the air, and see what we can get done. Thanks for following along. All right, I'm actually pretty pleased with this setup here. Working with what I got, but I have everything, so we're actually just good. I'm at a pretty high elevation here at this park, so I don't need too much up on the mast, just get up off the ground. But I used the POTA 20 mast and actually cinched it to this swing set mount here with the little cable ties. Got it in 2 points going up, and that's going up, and then connected my Pactina with the 40-meter extension on it this time, and that's going all the way across to the shelter house where I'm using my coax as the other end here, and that's going down to there. So that should actually work pretty well. One thing I did forget though is an external speaker. So for the CW portion of this, I'm not going to film because you wouldn't hear anything. I do have headphones, that's what I keep in the kit. I just need to get a little external speaker so that I can have, you guys can actually hear what's going on. Can't talk today. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get on the air and get the CW activated. If I can, I'll let you know. Hopefully that works out, but we'll see. Double check I do have power. Yep. Good to go. You can hear it there. All right, cool. I will see if I can get this done, and I'll catch you up here in just a minute either way. So see you soon. I did it! I did it! Successful CW activation. Like I mentioned in the last video, it's a little cheesy. I'm not fully ready, proficient enough to set up and activate and spot myself and receive calls. But I did set up in a park and I hunted 10 other, actually 11. I always try to do one more just in case one of them was inaccurate or something. But 11 other CW activators who were in parks. So that's gonna count as my first ever CW activation. I didn't have a speaker, external speaker, so I didn't film it. It would have just been silence and me sitting there hitting my paddle. But I think that the first CW activation I film will be the first one that I'm fully ready to call CQ on, and then you guys can witness the struggle that will come out of that as I attempt to handle a pile up for the first time. I'm looking forward to it though. I think it'll be great. For now though, I'm gonna call that a win. Yeah, that felt good. And all of them were solid contacts, confirmed. It's definitely difficult to know exactly who you're talking to because based on where they're at, I mean, you always try to go a little bit above or below the exact frequency that they're on, make your tone stand out a little bit. So you really have to listen and confirm that the call sign of who you're thinking you're talking to based on the spot is actually who you're talking to. So it's pretty interesting. Definitely a long way to go for me, excuse me, as far as learning and becoming proficient with CW, but for today, I'm gonna take the win. I have a little bit over an hour left here, so I'm gonna set up my single sideband station and try to activate on single sideband. Don't think I'll have time for data. For a second, I thought I had 2 antennas. I was like, I could run FT8 on my phone while I'm, but no, we're okay. I'm just gonna set up my single sideband station, try to get 10 contacts there, and then we'll probably call it a day. So let's get set up and let's get back on the air. Just so you can see my setup here, simple logbook and pencil, but just using the CW Morse key and then my QMX with the battery pack right under it. Exact same size, fits really well, and then just basic stuff. I just use headphones for this, and then my cheat sheet for the exchange. Gotta have that for now. All right, cool. Let's get set. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ, Parks on the air. This is Kilo Delta Niner, Yankee Echo Yankee, operating out of Park US 4215. This is KD9YEY calling CQ, CQ, Parks on the air.
Yankee Echo Yankee, you there?
This is Kilo Delta Niner, Yankee Echo Yankee, go ahead.
Whiskey Victor 1, Whiskey, Park to Park, how copy?
I copy. Whiskey Victor 1 Whiskey, Park to Park. How you doing today?
I'm good, Bryce. Good to hear you. This is Don, WV1W. My park is Niner 8, Niner 6, 98, 96. I copy you at 4215.
Roger that, 4215. You got it, and you're coming through 59 plus. Very good signal.
Roger that. Let me give you a club call. You get 2 for the price of 1 today. No extra charge. The club call is Whiskey 1, Charlie, Whiskey, Alpha. That's W1CWA. Thank you very much. Have fun, Bryce.
Thank you much. Have a great day. 73.
73.
This is KD9YEY, QRZ. I got 2 so far. I'll take it. 2 for 1, but I'll take it. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ, Parks on the air. This is Kilo Delta Niner, Yankee Echo Yankee, operating out of Park US 4215. This is KD9YEY calling CQ, CQ, Parks on the air.
Kilo 0, Oscar Echo, Portable Victor Echo.
I copy Kilo 0, Oscar Echo. You're coming through about a 5-1 into Park US 4215, QSL.
Thank you for the 5-1 and 4215, and I am Portable Victor Echo 3, and you are 5 and 5 in Charlie Alpha 0341. Charlie Alpha 0341, Ontario.
I copy Charlie Alpha 0341. Excellent. Thank you so much for picking me up today in 73.
Yeah, thanks for the park to park, and you just put me over the top. So thanks again, 73.
It is my pleasure. Have a great day. This is KD9YEY, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ, Parks on the air. This is Kilo Delta Niner, Yankee Echo Yankee, operating out of Park US 4215. This is KD9YEY calling CQ for Parks on the air.
Whiskey 0, Kilo Echo Germany.
Whiskey 0 Kilo Echo Germany, I have you 5-9 into Park US 4215 QSL.
QSL, good afternoon, Bryce. Thanks for 4215. I've got you 5-9, Mike November. Nice signal, nice audio.
Excellent, glad to hear. Bands have been up and down as of late, so I'm glad to hear I'm getting out up into Minnesota. Thanks for picking me up today.
Yeah, roger that. In but the last month, Mike November has been pretty much a DX. Hi. 73, brother.
73, have a great day. This is KD9YEY, QRZ.
Whiskey Bravo 9, November Delta Golf.
Whiskey Bravo 9, November Delta Golf. Good signal today. You're coming in 5-9 into Park US 4215 QSL.
55 Florida. Thank you for the park. Have a great day.
73. This is KD9YEY QRZ.
Kilo Bravo 9er, India Tango Victor.
I copy Kilo Bravo 9er. Say again.
Kilo Bravo 9er, India Tango Victor, Italy Tango Victoria.
Kilo Bravo 9er, India Tango Victor. I have you 5-5 into Park US 4215 QSL.
Copy 5-5 and 4215. I've got you 5x3 in US 2523. US 2523.
I copy US 2523 QSL.
QSL, that is Split Rock State Park, Minnesota.
Excellent. You're my second call from Minnesota here in just the past little bit, so glad I'm getting that far. Thanks and have a great day. 73.
73.
This is KD9YEY QRZ.
Kilo India 5 Zulu Lima Foxtrot.
Kilo India 5 Zulu Lima Foxtrot. Good signal. 5-9 into Park US 4215 QSL.
Roger, copy that. You're 5-5 in Central Texas. Fairly light copy, but still readable. Thanks for activating. Have a great time, sir.
Much appreciated. 73. This is KD9YEY QRZ. Final call. Kilo Delta 9er, Yankee Echo Yankee doing final call for Parks on the Air.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 India Echo X-Ray.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 India Echo X-Ray, is that correct?
QSL 5454 here into Mike November, QSL.
Copy. 5-4 into Mike November. Thanks for picking me up and have a great day. 73.
Thank you, 73.
This is KD9YEY QRZ. CW POTA. This is Kilo Delta 9er, Yankee Echo Yankee doing final call on Parks on the Air. With nothing heard, this is KD9YEY clear.
Kilo Echo 9 Juliet, Quebec, QSL. Thank you so much for the contact and Park to Park. Hope you guys have fun out there and good luck. 73. CW POTA, November 6, Lima Yankee, Parks on the Air.
Park to Park. Kilo Delta 9er, Yankee Echo Yankee.
QRZ one more time.
Park to Park. Kilo Delta 9er, Yankee Echo Yankee.
Whiskey 0, Charlie Golf Charlie. You are 5-7 into Park US 0225 QSL.
Okay, my friends, that was a successful double activation, I'm going to call it, because I had activated on CW with 11 contacts, and then I activated on single sideband with, I was stuck at 9 for a long time, and I was like, I'm not going to give up, even though I've already activated the park technically with CW. I wasn't going to give up. I wanted single sideband, and I still had a little bit of time. So big shout out to Kilo Echo 9 Juliet Quebec and Kilo Echo 9 Juliet Sierra, because I've been hearing them for a while and they couldn't hear me. They finally picked me up, and not only were they activating together, they were in 2 parks at the same time. So that was 4 contacts there at the very end. So thank you for that. With that, it put me up to, I guess it'd be 14. So that's another successful activation. Wow, I'm riding pretty high right now. That felt good. I'm pretty stoked. So thank you to everybody that I contacted. Bands were a little rough today. Hard to tell with CW, because I don't know. You can't really hear the roughness, I guess. You just hear dits and dahs, or you don't, and that's about it. But I was really pleased to see that I was able to activate in both modes there. So you've seen this setup before, but just my G90, trusty G90, which is just doing the work. So yeah, excellent fun. I have about an hour and 15 minutes to get to band practice, which is plenty of time. So I'm going to take my time packing up here and just kind of enjoy the day. It's not too humid yet, or it's humid, but it's not too hot yet. So just a real nice day. So I don't think I have the motivation to set up FT8 right now and try to get 10 contacts. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm okay with it. But I am going to plan a activation where I try to do all modes, so CW, single sideband, and data. But I want to do it in a triple park, just so that 333 thing. That'd be really cool. Oh yeah, and on 3 bands. That's a pretty tall order. We'll see. But I'd have to at least give a full day, a whole UTC day, or 24 hours to get it done. But I think it's doable, and I'm gonna go for it. Kind of show you my surroundings here. It's a really pretty spot. So this is just the shelter house I was working in. Nice big tall pine tree. And you hear all the birds chirping. It's funny when you go out to these places and you're doing parks on the air and you're shouting into your mic for the people on the other end of the band to be able to hear you, and as soon as you're done and you shut the radio off, you realize just how loud you are shouting into the void here. And just, I don't think I've seen anybody else walk by, but you get really focused in maybe their head, and they're probably wondering what type of aliens I'm trying to contact out there. But either way, just an excellent spot, an excellent day, and a successful activation. That's all I can ask for. So thanks again for following along. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, I'll see you down trail.